the First Lady.
It has the scoop of the day. It has the first official interview with the first girlfriend, Valérie Trierweiler, since François Hollande's election back in the spring. Now, Valérie Trierweiler...
Which paper is that then?
This is the Sud-Ouest paper. It's one of the main regional papers in France, and Sud-Ouest translates as Southwest, so it's the area around Bordeaux. Now, there you can see the headline of her expressing her regret. The phrase in France is « Je ne regrette rien ». Here, Valérie Trierweiler is saying « Le tweet a été une erreur que je regrette ». Now, of course, we have to put our minds back to the time when, after the presidential vote, a lot of attention came on the first girlfriend, Valérie Trierweiler. What would be her role be? Then Ségolène Royal, the former partner of Hollande, Ségolène Royal and Hollande have 4 children together. They were together for 30 years. Ségolène Royal ran for office down in the southwest, and Valérie Trierweiler, the new lady on the block, set out a tweet which said, well, I support her opponent. So, of course, that was exploded all over the press, and François Hollande, of course, wanted to be Mr. Normal and say, I'm going to have a normal, balanced life. And in fact, that has gone off the rails for him. So now, in this interview, which is the first official interview with the paper since Hollande's election, Valérie Trierweiler seems to be sort of outlining a more cautious approach. She's saying, I regret that tweet. And she's also saying she's not going to take up a job with a TV station. And she's saying, yes, the message reading the article this morning is that she was treading with caution.
All right, now moving on to coverage of that debate in the US, the first debate between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama.
Well, that's the front page of Les Echos, and Les Echos is the business paper, but it's fascinated by this debate, which will be in the coming hours in Denver, in Colorado. And it's saying there, the headline, you can just barely see it, but Obama fait la course en tête. He's running this race in the lead. Now, he has the advantage in the TV debate, Les Echos argues, because he knows his policy areas inside out. So that the attention will be on Romney, and Romney has to show that he can attack Obama on his record in various areas, especially jobs. Le Figaro, too, and its front page, is looking at this TV debate in Colorado and how the two men are preparing. Now, it says 50 million Americans are going to be watching this. A debate rarely decides an election, but Romney now really has a last chance. That's the verdict of Le Figaro. It has a last chance in this campaign.
Now, dominating the papers today, the French papers, is that parliamentary debate on the EU fiscal pact.
Well, this is hardcore politics and central to what's on the minds of French people in terms of the economy. How much will the Europe, EU, Brussels, and the whole euro crisis cost them? So the debate matters, and Libération, the left-wing daily, is saying le débat, which began yesterday, the debate, was maltraité. So there's a kind of play on words there, which is a debate mistreated, and that's an echo of the treaty itself. Now, Libération is saying Jean-Marc Ayrault, who is the Prime Minister, did not spell out any vision of Europe. He was too tame. He said, yes, go for this treaty. And the reason he was too tame in the editorial in Libération is because he's afraid of divisions within the ruling majority. So certain socialists, there are about 20 rebel socialist MPs with this debate about whether there should be an austerity approach to Europe. And also in that editorial, it's saying, well, also they need to keep the Greens on board. So the quote I can give you there is basically, through fear of divisions in the ruling majority, there is in fact no vision on Europe, and that's the message from Libé there.
What about L'Humanité? What's its take on that?
L'Humanité, of course, the hard left paper is chiming in, saying, well, French people are being given no choice here. With Jean-Marc Ayrault, in his speech yesterday, was in a camouflage operation. And what do the French, in fact, know about this treaty? Has anyone seen the treaty? Have you read it yourself? And, of course, it comes down to euros on the table, doesn't it, what the French will pay. And L'Humanité is saying there has to be a no to this, and that there has to be a new approach. Renegotiate that treaty.
All right, thanks, Nick, for taking us through the French papers. Coming up after the break, Focus, and as Barack Obama and Mitt Romney gear up for that first televised debate, we look at one of the top issues for Latino voters in the US, immigration reform. That's in Focus. Do stay tuned.